picture's worth 1,000 words.
Well, they say a picture's worth 1,000 words, but I say...
Why talk when a picture's worth 1,000 words?
Well, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words.
A picture's worth 1,000 words, Sam.
Steal my thunder.
I did steal your thunder.
I'm stealing your thunder.
I would never steal his thunder.
You know what? Now I want to steal your thunder.
You keep your chin up.
Keep your chin up.
Thank you.
Keep your chin up. You keep your chin up, kid.
Just keep your chin up.
Let sleeping dogs lie.
You should let sleeping dogs lie.
And let sleeping dogs lie.
I say we just let sleeping dogs lie, guys.
I say we just let sleeping dogs lie.
Getting cold feet.
You're getting cold feet.
He got cold feet.
Are you getting cold feet?
Are we getting cold feet?
Fish out of water story.
It's a fish out of water story.
Oh, you're right. I'd be a fish out of water.
You're a fish out of water, lad.
I'm going to be a real fish out of water.
Jump on our bandwagon.
Every studio is jumping on the bandwagon.
So, are you jumping on this superhero bandwagon?
I just haven't jumped on the bandwagon yet.
I'm not jumping on the Let's Get Meg family bandwagon.
Slow and steady wins the race.
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 The race. Slow and steady wins the race.
I'm gonna hit the ground running.
But I have to hit the ground running.
I want to hit the ground running.
Sounds like you hit the ground running.
Wanted you to hit the ground running.
Just a hunch.
Just a hunch.
Just a hunch.
It was just a hunch, okay?
You know, just a hunch, I guess.
Curiosity killed the cat.
Curiosity killed the cat, if you recall.
Curiosity may have killed the cat.
I told you guys curiosity killed the cat.
Curiosity killed the cat.
Just let her off the hook.
Jimmy's gonna let her off the hook.
She will not be let off the hook. I let myself off the hook.
I will let you off the hook.
Get your act together sooner than later.
Get my act together.
You know, get your acts together.
You gotta get your act together.
Art, you better get your act together.
Don't cut corners.
They cut corners everywhere.
You know who cut corners?
I'm sorry, I've never cut corners.
I'm gonna cut corners.
Goes down in flames, I will have nothing.
And I'm gonna go down in flames.
Well, and when it all goes down in flames.
While Copter Cab went down in flames.
The company's going down in flames.
Don't be naive.
Don't be naive.
Don't be naive, Dave.
Don't be so naive.
Don't be naive, Pops. You burned a bridge with me.
Yeah, burn every bridge. Good.
Burned all my bridges.
I burned bridges.
So, I'd hate to burn that bridge. Oh, come on. Get with the program.
With the program.
Get with the program.
Getting with the program.
How about getting with the program?
I'm not in a rush.
We're not in a rush.
It's okay. I'm not in a rush.
It's fine. I'm in no rush, too.
It's fine. I'm not in a rush.
Take your time.
Take your time.
Take your time. Take your time.
And you take your time.
Yeah, I haven't seen him for a while.
Yeah, but I haven't seen her in a while.
Well, I haven't seen you in a while, Lucifer.
Yeah, I haven't seen her in a while.
Oh, I haven't seen you in a while.
Best of both worlds.
Well, best of both worlds.
It's the best of both worlds.
The best of both worlds.
You got the best of both worlds, don't you?
I am swamped today.
I'm just swamped.
I'm swamped.
I'm so swamped right now.
I know you're really swamped today.
You take the bull by the horns, you know.
And you take the bull by the horns.
Taking the bull by the horns.
Bull by the horns tonight.
And at work, I am taking the bull by the horns.
No use crying over spilt milk.
It's no use crying over spilled milk.
No use crying over spilled Coke, buddy.
No use crying over spilled milkshake.
No use crying over spilled milk.
I have a long face.
Why the long face?
Why the long face?
Why the long face?
Why the long face?
Bill is the last thing that I wanted to do.
The last thing I want to do.
It's the last thing I wanted to do.
It's the last thing I wanted to do.
The last thing I want to do is...
None of your business.
None of your business?
None of your business.
None of your business. None of your business.
Can we call it a day?
Should we call it a day?
No, call it a day.
I think we better call it a day.
Hey, call it a day.
She's a chip off the old block.
Chips off the old block.
She's a real chip off the old block.
It's a chip off the old block.
Chip off the old block.
Did you get it out of your system? Get it all out of your system.
Get it out of your system.
Get it all out of your system.
Get them all out of your system. So far, so good.
So far, so good. So far, so good.
So far, so good.
So far, so good.
Blow off some steam.
Blow off some steam.
Wait, blow off some steam.
Blow off some steam.
Well, a chance to blow off some steam.
Oh, sweetie, you just made my day. Holy shit, girl, you just made my day. You just made my day.
You just made my day.
You just made my day.
And to make matters worse,
To make matters worse.
To make matters worse,
But to make matters worse.
To make matters worse.
Don't judge a book by its cover, my lady.
Is don't judge a book by its cover.
Don't judge a book by its cover.
Never judge a book by its cover.
You can't judge a book by its cover.
Yes, I addressed the elephant in the room.
The elephant in the room.
Right.
Elephant in the room? What?
So, elephant in the room?
Elephant in the room?
yeah, there's an elephant.
The early bird catches the worm.
The early bird catches the worm.
Early bird catches the worm?
I guess the early bird catches the worm.
The early bird catches the worm.
throw in the towel.
Throw in the towel? You know,
They're throwing in the towel.
Throwing in the towel?
Don't throw in the towel.
Don't throw in the towel.
Through thick and thin.
through thick and thin.
You're thick and thin.
Through thick and thin.
Through thick and thin.
Through everything, thick and thin.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
You know the expression, Rome wasn't built in a day?
Come on now. Rome wasn't built in a day. Rome wasn't built in a day, was it? No.
Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah, it took several hundred years.
Put all your eggs in one basket.
Oh, I'm excited to put all my eggs in this basket.
Put all those eggs in your basket, Victor.
If I'm not to put all my eggs in one basket.
Put all of your eggs in one basket.
We could put all our eggs in one basket. In a nutshell.
In a nutshell.
That's us in a nutshell.
Hey, that's it. In a nutshell.
That's it in a nutshell.
That's me in a nutshell.
Hit the jackpot. Woohoo! I hit the jackpot!
I definitely hit the jackpot. Hey, we hit the jackpot, bullseye.
Looks like we hit the jackpot.
Don't tell me you hit the jackpot.
Bite the bullet.
Just bite the bullet on this thing.
Guess it's time to bite the bullet.
I guess I'll have to bite the bullet.
Go. Bite the bullet. Go on the date.
We bite the bullet and...
Go the extra mile.
You have to be willing to go the extra mile.
Speaking of going the extra mile, I go the extra mile.
The party who's willing to go that extra mile.
Then we need to go the extra mile.
Every cloud has a silver lining.
Every cloud has a silver lining.
Every cloud has a silver lining.
He decided every cloud has a silver lining.
Every cloud has a silver lining.
Every cloud has a silver lining.
Don't see eye to eye.
We don't always see eye to eye, but...
We don't see eye to eye on everything.
Or who don't see eye to eye?
We don't see eye to eye.
Now I know we don't see eye to eye.
Cost an arm and a leg.
And it won't cost you an arm and a leg.
That'll cost you an arm and a leg.
Cost me an arm and a leg.
Air conditioners cost an arm and a leg.
Must have cost you an arm and a leg, huh?
Take a rain check.
Hey, let's take a rain check.
Can I take a rain check?
Can I take a rain check?
Can I take a rain check?
Well, we can take a rain check if...
Get bent out of shape.
He's all bent out of shape on this dead girl.
But you're fine. Why are you getting all bent out of shape? But
Well, don't get all bent out of shape.
Just Sheldon getting bent out of shape.
What are you getting so bent out of shape for, huh?
Hit the sack.
Well, I'm gonna hit the sack. Big day tomorrow.
I am ready to hit the sack.
I'm gonna hit the sack.
Yes, everyone's hitting the sack.
Anyway, I'm gonna go hit the sack.
It's not rocket science.
Call her, apologize. It's not rocket science.
Absolutely, it's not rocket science.
I'm just saying it's not rocket science.
It's not rocket science. Okay, you know what? This isn't rocket science.
Cut someone some slack.
would you cut her some slack?
Cut me some slack!
So, cut him some slack.
Cut him some slack.
Cut her some slack.
Give someone the benefit of the doubt.
I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt.
But I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt.
I was giving you the benefit of the doubt.
I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
And I give people the benefit of the doubt.
Can't wrap one's head around.
Can't wrap my head around it. Can't wrap my head around that.
I just can't wrap my head around.
I can't wrap my head around.
Wrapping my head around the fact that she's gone.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah, well, time flies when you're having fun.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Explain why time flies when you're having fun.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Well, how time flies when you're having fun.
Speak of the devil.
Oh, speak of the devil.
Speak of the devil.
Speak of the devil.
Speak of the devil. Speak of the devil.
Your guess is as good as mine.
Your guess is as good as mine.
So your guess is as good as mine.
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 Walking on eggshells.
Walking on eggshells around me.
Yeah, I'm done walking on eggshells.
So you're saying everyone walks on eggshells to spare my feeling?
I don't want people walking on eggshells because
And I'm done walking on eggshells.
Better late than never.
Better late than never.
Better late than never.
Better late than never.
Oh well, better late than never.
Better late than never.
You can say that again.
You can say that again.
You can say that again.
You could say that again.
You could say that again.
You can say that again.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
We will cross that bridge when we come to it.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
We'll cross that bridge when we get to it.
We'll cross that bridge when we come to it.
Well, we should cross that bridge when we get to it.
Pull yourself together.
Pull yourself together.
Pull yourself together.
Pull yourself together. Have some confidence.
Pull yourself together.
Pull yourself together.
Hang in there.
Hang in there, buddy.
Hang in there.
Hang in there.
Hang in there, buddy.
Hang in there, buddy. Hang in.
Beat around the bush.
Look, I'm not going to beat around the bush.
Don't beat around the bush, Leonard.
Beating around the bush.
Look, let's not beat around the bush.
Will, you don't have to beat around the bush.
Back to the drawing board.
Go back to the drawing board.
No more drawing boards.
Sorry, guys. Back to the drawing board.
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 Easy does it.
Easy does it, lad.
Let's go. Easy does it.
Easy does it.
Easy does it, Turtle. Easy does it.
Easy does it.
This is getting out of hand.
This is getting out of hand.
Peter, this is getting out of hand.
This is really getting out of hand.
This is getting out of hand. Very slower. This is getting out of hand.
That is the last straw.
That is the last straw.
That's it. That's the last straw. That's the last straw. That was the last straw.
All right, that's the last straw.
Down! That's the last straw!
Hit the nail on the head.
Hit the nail on the head.
Other times they hit the nail right on the head.
You hit the nail on the head, Mr. Gustav.
You hit the nail on the head, Barry. You just listen to
You really hit the nail on the head with that one. Try back up.
Bite off more than you can chew.
When you bite off more than you can chew, you...
I bit off more than I could chew.
I'd hate to see you bite off more than you could chew.
Maybe we're biting off more than we can chew.
Bite off more than I can chew.
A dime a dozen.
Or a dime a dozen.
A dime a dozen around here today.
See? Talent's a dime a dozen.
Dudes in this town are a dime a dozen.
And those guys are a dime a dozen.
A blessing in disguise.
Well, maybe it's a blessing in disguise.
It's blessings in disguise.
Is a blessing in disguise.
A blessing in disguise.
A blessing in disguise.
Kick the bucket.
You really hit the bucket?
And I'll have kick the bucket.
Kick the bucket.
I've never kicked a bucket.
Just imagine what happens when you kick the bucket.
The whole 9 yards.
You know, the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, jacuzzi, the whole 9 yards. I want the whole 9 yards. I want you...
Whole 9 yards, you know?
The whole 9 yards.
The cat's out of the bag.
Cat's out of the bag.
The cat's out of the bag.
The cat's out of the bag.
Well, the cat's out of the bag.
The cat's out of the bag.
Burning the midnight oil.
Burning the midnight oil.
Burning the midnight oil.
Already burning the midnight oil, I see, Ted.
So, burning the midnight oil.
Burning the midnight oil, huh, Nathan?
Take with a grain of salt.
Take what she says with a grain of salt.
Syrup, so you can take this with a grain of salt.
So take it with a grain of salt.
Oh, some maybe take my opinion with a grain of salt.
To take him with a grain of salt.
Stab someone in the back.
Stabbed her in the back.
Did you stab us in the back?
If she stabs you in the back.
Would stab the president in the back.
Stab me in the back.
Spill the beans.
Spill the beans, old man.
You gonna spill the beans?
Spill the beans.
Spill the beans!
Somebody spilled the beans?
Penny for your thoughts.
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 Under the weather.
Under the weather.
Little man's under the weather.
I am just feeling under the weather.
A little under the weather.
Under the weather.
Once in a blue moon.
Once in a blue moon.
Okay, once in a blue moon.
Just once in a blue moon.
Every once in a blue moon.
So, what? Once every blue moon?
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake.
Piece of cake. Piece of cake. Piece of cake.
Piece of cake. Piece of cake. Piece of cake.
Cost a fortune.
That's gonna cost a fortune.
That would cost a fortune.
That would cost a fortune.
Cost me a fortune.
Cost us a fortune.
To add insult to injury.
Not to add insult to injury, but
Just to add insult to injury.
And then to add insult to injury.
And then to add insult to injury.
because that just adds insult to injury.
A watched pot never boils.
Watch pot never boils, Francesca.
Watch pot never boils.
Have you ever heard the expression, a watched pot never boils?
A watched pot never boils.
A watched kettle never boils.
Actions speak louder than words.
Actions speak louder than words.
But actions speak louder than words.
Actions speak louder than words.
But for now, actions speak louder than words.
Actions speak louder than words.
Pick your brain.
I would love to pick your brain about
Pick your brains a little.
Maybe I could pick your brain later.
I should pick your brain.
I should pick your brains.
All's in fair love and war.
All's fair in love and war.
All is fair in love and war.
All is fair in love and war.
All's fair in love and politics.
All's fair in love and basketball.
Turn a blind eye.
Still turn a blind eye.
You could turn a blind eye.
No more turning a blind eye.
Turn a blind eye.
Yet we turned a blind eye.
Don't get me wrong.
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 Barking up the wrong tree.
Barking up the wrong tree, Philo.
You're barking up the wrong tree.
You're barking up a wrong tree, Mason.
Barking up the wrong tree here.
You know, you're barking up the wrong tree.
It's raining cats and dogs.
Whoa! It's raining cats and dogs out there.
Or it's like, hey, it's raining cats and dogs.
Oh, it is raining cats and dogs out there.
When it was raining cats and dogs.
Raining cats and dogs out there.
Cut to the chase.
Let me just cut to the chase.
Cut to the chase.
Just cut to the chase.
Let's just cut to the chase.
Just cut to the chase.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay, we'll give it a shot.
I'll give it a shot.
I'll give it a shot.
I'll give it a shot.
Okay, I'll give it a shot.
Hold your horses.
Hold your horses.
Hold your horses.
Hold your horses.
Hold your horses!
Hold your horses.
Break a leg.
Break a leg.
Yeah, break a leg.
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 The ball's in your court.
The ball's in your court.
Ball's in your court, Captain.
Ball's in his court.
Ball's in your court, pal.
I think so. Ball's in your court.